Welcome to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair for transfer students. Before we get started with this evening's presentation, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that you are welcome to ask questions to any of the panelists at any time using the Q&A button. We also want to remind you that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you during the session. And please do feel free to sign up for more sessions at the same website where you signed up for this evening session. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will also be available on that registration website. But without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our first panelist, who will be University of South Carolina.
Awesome, thanks, Chris. I'm going to go ahead and get my screen shared really quick, and we will get going. All right, is my full screen sharing?
It is in notes mode, though. You might
want to
just change the display setting.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sorry, everyone. I was telling them we all got new computers this week. And so it's been quite an adventure over with us. So.
I think if you go up to the display setting at the top.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
Yeah, looks good.
All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Allison Scheide. I'm the Assistant Director for Transfer Partnerships in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at the University of South Carolina. The University of South Carolina is located in Columbia, South Carolina, which is the capital of our lovely Palmetto State. And so being in the capital city affords us a few extra luxuries like having available internships, as well as festivals, concerts, and a ton of other great amenities that you might not get in a smaller college town. So here I have some statistics about the University of South Carolina. And so you'll be able to read some of those basic stats, but I'm going to give you some information that is not shared on this slide. So about a third of our entire student body is actually transfer students, which is something that not a lot of people necessarily know or think of when they think about the University of South Carolina. And about 20% of our transfer students are from out of state. So that 58% to 42% ratio is the entire student body as a whole. And we do get students from all 50 states and more than 100 countries. So we have a very diverse group of students here on our campus. So we have over 300 different combinations of majors, minors, and concentrations here at the University of South Carolina. And so today I'm going to focus on some majors that you can't get at public schools in Tennessee. But this is part of a program called the Academic Common Market. And what Academic Common Market does is that if there's a program offered at a school out of state that your state doesn't offer at any of the public schools, you can actually go out of state for that in-state tuition cost. So a little bit about Academic Common Market. I'd be more than happy to chat with you offline if you have any more questions about that. But some of the majors that are included in Academic Common Market are two within our College of Arts and Sciences. So one is Marine Science, which is a more holistic view of the ocean, and we have our own research station near Myrtle Beach. So there's different concentrations in chemical marine science, biological marine science, and so much more. Then we also have geophysics, which is the study of the physics and the earth to do things like find mineral deposits and find the thickness of glaciers, which is kind of a really niche thing, but if that's your jam, come to us, we've got it. And then in our College of Hospitality, Retail, and Sport Management, we have two fantastic programs. We have tourism management and we have hospitality management with a club management emphasis. So tourism management is going to be doing things like conferences, meetings, events, festivals, anything that people are going to go travel to. Tourism management is going to basically help make it happen. And then hospitality management with the club management focus is still going to focus on some of those same tourism aspects, but it's also going to focus heavily on restaurants, hotels, and private clubs, so kind of like the country clubs type of thing. So, I mean, in addition to those, we obviously have a ton of other great majors, but those are some ones that I really like to highlight when I'm talking to the students from Tennessee. So we do have 56 nationally ranked programs here at the University of South Carolina, and some of those programs in that 56 are ones that I just mentioned on the previous slide. So our School of Hotel, Restaurant, and Tourism Management is ranked number 7 in the nation and number 15 globally amongst all hospitality and tourism programs, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. And it's a program that almost any student can be part of. So kind of some basics about applying to the University of South Carolina, just to kind of round out my session. So we do have our application completely online through our website, not on Common App or Coalition. And so in addition to that application fee, we require students to send their college transcripts, and we actually do now accept unofficial college transcripts for our transfer applicants. So I always say 30 college credit hours is kind of that sweet spot. So once you have 30 credit hours or more, we don't actually look at any high school information. If you have under 30 college credit hours, we will require high school transcripts and official test scores. So some deadlines coming up. If you are interested in transferring for the spring, you're still in luck. Our application closes on Sunday, November 1st. If you're thinking about summer or fall semesters, May 1st is going to be a big deadline. The applications for summer and fall open up on February 1st and should be ideally completed by May 1st for fall semester, but the application will close for good on July 1st. We encourage May 1st, especially for students interested in nursing and business, since those majors do reach capacity prior to the July 1 deadline every year for the past quite a few years. And it's also just a good practice to get your application in early once you know you want to go somewhere. It just gives you more time to plan and get all your ducks in a row. So the minimum GPA that we accept is a 2.25, and we don't use any remedial coursework. So anything below college algebra or college composition 1 cannot be used in our GPA calculations. Some of our majors do have a higher GPA minimum, so ranging all the way up to a 3.25 for our School of Business. If you've retaken a course, we will use all attempts at that GPA all attempts at that course in our GPA calculation. So sometimes the transcript GPA doesn't always match the recalculated GPA that we are using. So that's a little bit about the University of South Carolina in a nutshell. I would love to meet with you one-on-one. If you have any questions, you can give me an email at admtransfer@mailbox.sc.edu. Go Gamecocks!
Thank you, University of South Carolina. Our next presenter this evening is Birmingham-Southern College.
Good evening, everyone. I'll get my screen share going. Alrighty. My name is Pamela Krebs-Lowry from Birmingham-Southern College. We are located in Birmingham, Alabama. And tonight I'm just going to go over some frequently asked questions I get from transfer students coming in. And one of the first big ones is about credits transferring. And so if you're coming from a community college, as long as it's a general education class and you have a C or above in the course, it's going to be transferring. But if you do have questions about this, you can always feel free to send me your transcript, and I'm happy to go over that with you and have a talk with you about that. And my email will be at the end of this slide again if you missed it in the first one. But I always know that the transfer of credits is always a big question. And as long as it's not a technical course, it will more than likely transfer. Another big one for transfer students is, do you have my major? Another big question we have. And at BSC, we have 50 plus areas of study. Highlighted here, we have our most popular programs. So we have business, education, pre-health, which is our version of pre-med, pre-law, and psychology. But we also have so many other different programs as well from a variety of different areas, whether it's humanities or the sciences. We've got a little bit of everything in between. So if you're a transfer student, where are you going to live? We have plenty of places for you to live on campus. We have, for our upperclassmen, we have suite style living. So it's usually 3 to 4 students to a suite where you have your own private bedroom and you share a common living area and restroom. And then we also have apartments on campus. You're more than welcome to live off campus, but there's plenty of housing on campus for any students that want to live there. So we also believe that having some experience on your resume before you graduate is very important, whether you're getting an internship or a research opportunity, which is why we guarantee these for our students. We have a lot of connections in the city of Birmingham. A lot of our alumni put down roots in the city, and they are happy to give our students the experience they need to go further either in the job market or with grad school, whether they're looking into getting experience in a law office, print and digital media outlet, a hospital. We're happy to put our students there. There's also a lot of fun things that you can do in your free time, whether you're spending some time in Greek life or athletics or going to one of our 2 concert series that come through every year. But we also do little things through the week, like a couple weeks ago, we had an ice cream truck come through and hand out ice cream to all the students, or fall festivals and things like that. We know that bringing our community together both on campus and off campus is really important to us. I also know that cost is very important for incoming students, and so we all award scholarships with students on your cumulative GPA, on your transcript, and so this will show you the range for our transfer scholarships. We also offer PTK scholarships for students coming from community colleges, and that's an $1,000 scholarship stacked on top of your package. And this is what you're going to be looking at for cost of attendance to BSC. And I would like to note, since Tennessee students would be considered out of state, that we actually don't have out of state tuition. And so what are some fun next steps that you can do? You can come visit us at bsc.edu/visit. We are open for on-campus tours, and they are all socially distanced, and we have different time slots open for students. You can also apply at bsc.edu/apply. It is free to apply, and all you need to do is fill out an application form and send us your transcripts. And that is all we need for transfer students. You can also connect with me at my email address down there. And this QR code is actually for an upcoming event that we have in November on the 19th. It is a Sample Southern, and it is a panel where I'll be talking to current BSC transfer students. So this would be a great time for you to log in and see the current experience for students at BSC. But we hope to see you soon, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Birmingham-Southern. Up next this evening is Mississippi State University.
Hello, everyone. I am Katie Tucker, representing Mississippi State University. I do have a fellow colleague in the chat box, so if you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to shoot us those in the chat box. So a little bit about Mississippi State. We were founded in 1878, formerly known as Mississippi A&M. We do have just a little bit over 22,000 students enrolled at Mississippi State. So you will be able to get that large SEC school atmosphere, but on a smaller family environment scale. We do have a 20-to-1 student-faculty ratio, and as transfer students, you would be in your upper division classes, so that classroom size continues to shrink when you get into your major classes. Here's just a quick snapshot of the 8 academic colleges that we offer on our campus. Those range from agriculture degrees, and under that college you might find a few different majors such as food science, nutrition, and health promotion, as well as fashion design and merchandising, to landscape architecture. We also offer architecture as an accredited architecture school, building construction science. We have a lot of our general core majors are going to fall under the College of Arts and Science, ranging from chemistry to mathematics to political science down to sociology. We also have a College of Business where you're going to find your general business degrees, as well as an international business program and a PGA golf management program. Also have a College of Education, which is going to house a majority of all your education coursework, but we also have kinesiology that falls there as well as engineering, your general engineering degree programs such as mechanical, industrial, and as specific as aerospace. Lastly, we have College of Forest Resources, which is going to be more of your outdoorsy, hands-on majors. We do have a vet school on our campus, as well as the Shackles Honors College that our transfer students can be a part of. 3 easy steps to become a Mississippi State Bulldog. The first is just going to be to complete the application. We will need a $40 app fee, as well as transcripts from any coursework that you've done at the college level. So you can send us an official in progress transcript to be reviewed for admission. As you can see, for the upcoming year, August 1 is when the application opened. And then October 1, so just a couple of weeks ago, is when our housing application, scholarship application, and FAFSA application opened for next fall. March 1 is our priority date for scholarships, as well as when you can register for orientation. We do have a rolling admissions at Mississippi State, and we do not have any deadlines within the transfer process. So here's a breakdown of our in-state and out-of-state costs. So being from Tennessee, you're going to be looking at the $23,950. The room and board costs will not be paid to the university unless you choose to live on campus. We do have upperclassmen options for our transfer students. However, you do not have to live on campus. Here's a breakdown of our transfer scholarships. You're going to start off with our academic scholarships. That is going to start with our non-resident tuition scholarship. So with a 3.0 GPA, 48 transferable hours, you're automatically going to be awarded $28,000. On top of that, you're going to be awarded another $4,000, which is going to be our community college recognition scholarship. That is going to bring down your cost to $7,950 a year, just based off that 3.0, 48 transferable hours. Our scholarships will continue to stack based off of your GPA. So if you're in Phi Theta Kappa with a 3.25 to 3.5 GPA, additional scholarship is going to stack onto that non-resident tuition scholarship, bringing you down to a total of $5,950 a year. And the next jump would be if you had above a 3.5 GPA, then your total tuition for the year would be $3,950. Again, that's just based off of your GPA and transferable hours. Then you could also apply for competitive scholarships that will stack on top of those scholarships as well. Those academic scholarships do not have a deadline. There's just a priority date of March the 1st for those competitive scholarships that we do offer. A couple ways to visit campus. We do realize that there's a pandemic going on right now, so you are more than welcome to visit with us virtually. You can schedule that on our website, or if you would like to come in person, we are offering campus visits on our campus Monday through Friday. And then if you would like to schedule a one-on-one meeting with your academic department, talk about opportunities, job placement ratings, research, what it's going to look like for you to be a student within that department, you can schedule that as well on your campus visit. So here's my contact information. Again, I'm Katie Tucker with Mississippi State. Feel free to email me at k.tucker@msstate.edu, or you can reach me at my cell phone, where you can call me or text me at 662-418-5503, and I would be happy to discuss with you your transfer opportunities at Mississippi State University. Thank you, and Hail State.
Thank you, Mississippi State. Moving into the second half of our presentations this evening, up next is Ohio University.
Hey guys, I'm Angie Lyons. I am the regional rep for Ohio University. I'm based in Atlanta, but I service anyone in the Southeast, and so that includes the great state of Tennessee. I will begin my slide. Let me share it with you first. And do that, and we'll begin. The Ohio transfer experience. Ohio University is a place that fits in your educational needs, whether you're transferring to the Athens campus for a classical residential college experience, or you're completing your degree online. We have some programs, or even at our regional campus. I want to share a quick video with you from some students who transferred to Ohio.
I chose to transfer to Ohio University because I felt like this place and the people here is where I could excel academically, socially, and in my personal life.
Ohio University does a phenomenal job of basically saying, look, you're a transfer student, so let's figure out your best path. Let's figure out how we can make you successful.
The admissions department especially made it an easy transition for me. They gave me a checklist of everything that I needed to do before coming here.
I had transcripts from 5 different schools at that point. Transferring my stuff here, transferring my hours here was a lot simpler than I thought it would be.
I transferred from a community college in Ohio, and so what that basically means is that everything transferred and it was incredibly painless.
My advisors have spent a lot of extra time with me, making sure that I can get everything done in 4 years.
Yeah, even though I transferred midway through my freshman year, I'm still on track to graduate in May.
Something that I was worried about when I first transferred was how are you going to fit in socially? How am I going to really see myself and find myself, and also find people like me, find people that want to be my friends.
I lived in a residence hall, and living in a residence hall was a really great way for me to adapt socially to this environment.
Join something where you can really try to find yourself, find where you belong, and find that group of people that you belong to.
After a while, I began to get involved with the veterans community here on campus, and that really opened up a new avenue for me to really grow.
Transferring here was probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made.
And I hope that you will agree with her that if you transfer to Ohio University, it would be the best decision you've ever made. To be considered a transfer student for Ohio University, you need at least 9 semester hours or 12 quarter hours. You need a GPA of a 2.0. We do a holistic review, even for the transfer students, but it's really great that we look at who you are. If you are transferring with less than 20 semester hours or 30 credit hours, you must submit a high school transcript in addition to your official college transcripts to every school you've attended. We're on the Common App, and we also have the PDF paper as well as the online at our website. I have a $50 application fee, and it's posted here. It's Ohio NTW. That allows you to save $50 as you're considering which school to look at. The Ohio on-campus experience is online, and there's 11 different bachelor programs. We have everything from applied management, RN to BSN, psychology. So we have those options for you if you're just continuing with your associates and you're coming to get a bachelor's degree. So we will help you in that if it's online. Great thing about our school, overall, we have 250 academic programs. So anything ranging from starting with accounting and ending with world religion and anything in between, we have it, 250. We're very strong on undergraduate research. We have a student to teacher ratio of 16:1. Average class size was 30 students per classroom. This was even before COVID-19. 90% of our courses are taught by faculty and university administrators. These are people with real world experience who will be teaching you, and that's awesome. On campus, 600 different active clubs that are led by students, managed by students, and that's really wonderful. If you're into the sports, we are Division I team sports, as well as we have 30 different clubs, sports, and 20 different intramural sports. So we have your sports if you're interested in that, but if you also love the arts, have a passion for the arts, we have a very strong arts program as well as talent scholarships for you. And we do a lot of great things with the arts. Transferring your credits, pretty simple. Any credit from another institution, at least a grade of C or minus or better, we will accept. And in some cases, a D minus might be accepted. That's something to talk to me about. I can do an unofficial evaluation for you. We also utilize Transferology, and that's the online tool to help you evaluate your courses. If you've served our great country through the armed forces, we will also take classes that you've done while you were enlisted. So that is something that's really important with the military. We are a military-friendly institution, so we support you on your journey. The timeline for applying as a transfer student. We have a June 15th for the application and a July 15th for the transcript to be received. However, because you're coming from out of state and you want to apply for that merit scholarship, you need to be admitted by May 15th. Keep that in mind because I want to make sure you take advantage of all of our merit scholarship. May 15th is the deadline for to make sure you can get our merit scholarship. If not, you can see the spring is December 1st as well as December 15th. Tuition and fees, because you're coming in as a transfer student, hopefully with 2 full years, you do not have to live on campus if you don't want to. So you will lose that room and board and that meal plan. So you're looking at our tuition being less than the $33,000 that's for out-of-state students. So we have a guarantee that your tuition will never increase. In fact, it should decrease because of our scholarships that are only for Bobcats when you enroll. So that $33,000 would not be your price because you would not be on campus and you wouldn't have a meal plan. And it could be less based on your scholarships. I am Angie Lyons. I am your regional advisor. I'm the person that can help you with this. I did put the fee waiver in there for you, and I'll say it again. It is Ohio NTW if you are trying to apply online. I want to go ahead and finish this. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. I look forward to hearing from you. Go Bobcats.
Thank you, Ohio University. Our next presenter this evening will be the University of Southern Mississippi.
Thank you for having me this evening. I'm here representing the University of Southern Mississippi. We are located in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And of course, our campus is located in Gulf Park, which is our Gulf Park campus located in Long Beach, Mississippi, where you can find our majors such as ocean engineering and marine science. And
so we're not able to see your slides if you're sharing your presentation.
All right, let's see. All right, there we go. To give you guys a little visual. So our university is a D1 institution. We're about 15,000 students strong, and we're represented in over 70 countries, all 50 states, and every county in Mississippi. We are also one of the most affordable institutions in the Southeast United States, with the only difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition being $2,000 a year. And of course, we have tons of amazing scholarships for our students. I represent our transfer population, so I work with all of our transfer students, and I would like to tell you about the amazing opportunities that we have here for you at USM. First of all, we have 140 academic degree plans, and these are the majors that you're pursuing here at the university. From the College of Arts and Sciences to the College of Nursing and Health Professions to the College of Business and Economic Development and the College of Education and Human Sciences. These programs are accredited, and over 80% of our faculty have their terminal degrees, which we're very proud of. We're also a Carnegie R1 research institution as well, which means we are in the same category as like MIT and Harvard as far as our research goes and our accolades and things of that nature. As far as our scholarships, we have the Community College Transfer Academic Scholarship that you see on your screen, which starts off at 48 credit hours and at least a 3.0 cumulative grade point average. And so that scholarship is $4,000 a year, and it is also automatic upon consideration, which means that our students that meet that qualification will receive that scholarship. In addition to that, we have a separate scholarship for all of our Phi Theta Kappa scholars, and that is the PTK scholarship, which is $4,500 a year. A lot of our scholarships here at USM, they are stackable, which means that you can receive scholarships from different areas and they will stack up to the cost of attendance. Like I said, in-state, out-of-state tuition, the only difference is $2,000 a year, which quickly can be supplemented by scholarships received here at the institution, in addition with financial aid. And so I have a colleague here, Reagan Holder, who represents Tennessee as well as some other territories, and she'll take all of those questions if you have any in the chat. But in addition to that, some deadlines coming up. If you're interested in enrolling spring, next semester, spring 2021, make sure that you're admitted by January the 5th. And then for the fall, make sure you're admitted by August 1st. And so we give you a good timeline to get that documentation in. All we need is for you to complete the application. If you look on the left of the screen, complete the application for admission, $40 application fee, and then we need your official transcripts from all previously attended institutions, and then of course your immunization records. We will be hosting a free application day on November 6th, 2020. And so make sure to go to usm.edu/free app and take advantage of that opportunity. But like I said, tons of scholarships, great faculty and staff, many experiences awaiting you here at Southern Miss. Like I stated, one of the most diverse schools and inclusive schools in the state of Mississippi. And so we're waiting here to hear from you, to assist you. We're offering campus tours. We're having virtual events that you can find on our webpage, usm.edu. And so much more that we have going. So I can't wait to hear from you. We're so excited about this academic year, and we're here to help in any way that we can. And with that being said, my contact information, carl.a.thomas@usm.edu is my email. That's Carl with a C, .a.thomas, THOMAS, @usm.edu. My number is 601-266-5031, or by cell, 601-543-8510. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And Southern Miss to the top.
Great, thank you very much, University of Southern Mississippi. And our final presenter this evening will be Florida Southern College.
Excellent. Thanks so much, and excited to be here tonight. Just introduce myself. My name is Joe Madigan, and I serve as the Director of Recruitment Outreach at Florida Southern College. I also have the pleasure of working with all of our transfer students from the United States. Love getting the opportunity to work with our transfer students. The button that's in the middle of the screen there is really truly true. Florida Southern College loves our transfer students. If you're not familiar with Florida Southern College, we are located in beautiful Lakeland, Florida. We are in the center of the state of Florida. Always love to mention they're about 30 minutes west of the Walt Disney World Resort, about 30 minutes east of some of the top beaches in America with St. Pete and Clearwater Beach. So in a terrific location, have two major metropolis hubs of Orlando and Tampa within about 40 minutes of the campus likewise as well. Each year, we welcome about 150 plus transfer students to Florida Southern College, and that's continuing to grow each and every year. It doesn't hurt that Florida Southern College was recently ranked as the #1 most beautiful campus in Florida, once again by the Princeton Review for 2021. We are the only school in the history of the Princeton Review to actually get ranked as the #1 most beautiful school in America for 2 consecutive years just a few years ago. Students from all over the world make up the Florida Southern College community. We have a total of over 3,000 total students at Florida Southern College, including students from the great state of Tennessee, both as transfers and first-year students. We love to say that we've been around for a long period of time, have a great history at Florida Southern, been around since 1883. We are Florida's oldest private school. I love to mention, in addition to that, being a transfer credit friendly institution, one of my favorite things to mention is that we will accept up to 93 transferable college credits that can go into any of our over 70 different academic majors. As a student at Florida Southern College, you are going to be the focus. I want to stress this, as I may be one of the small schools here tonight with just over 3,000 total students on our Florida Southern College campus, with about 2,500 of those students earning their bachelor's degrees and about 600 students earning their master's and doctoral degrees. We do all go all the way up to a doctoral degree if you'd like to continue up to that level at Florida Southern College. When I say you're the focus, every class is taught by a full-time faculty member at Florida Southern College. We do not have student assistants. We do not have teaching assistants. We also believe in in-class, in-person learning where you can ask questions, be part of the process, and we truly believe you learn by doing. That's called engaged learning or experiential education, as our average class size at Florida Southern College is about 18 to 20 students, but you may see classes of 8 to 10 to 12 students. And that's why we are so transfer credit friendly at Florida Southern, is you can bring in up to 93 transferable college credits, with 62 coming from a community college, or you can bring up 90 up to 93 between a combination of a community college and a university. So long as you've earned a grade of C or better, that is going to count at Florida Southern. If you'd like to get a pre-evaluation of your credits, check out our transfer website at flsouthern.edu/transfer. We'll do the work for you, let you know how that's transferable. We do have things like the test system and those type of things, but let us do the work for you. We can do a transcript evaluation with your unofficial transcripts. Again, no matter what major you choose. Some of our most popular majors at Florida Southern College that transfer students continue to grow in numbers within include our exercise science program, sports medicine at Florida Southern, that links directly into our doctorate of physical therapy, currently ranked as one of the top doctorate of physical therapy programs in the Southeast. I always love to mention students that are interested in the health professions likewise, such as pre-veterinary medicine, pre-medicine, pre-dentistry, also have great options, as we are one of very few schools in the state of Florida that have its own individual health professions and career development center dedicated to helping students become a competitive applicant for graduate health professional school. Speaking of graduate school options, many students will go into our psychology program looking at graduate school options, including our own master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology, an accelerated option at Florida Southern College. Likewise, our School of Business, ranked in the top 5% of schools of business worldwide, where you as a transfer student, if you came in with 2 years of college credit, potentially could actually graduate in 3 years' time from Florida Southern with your bachelor's and master's degree. We have exceptional programs in marine biology and environmental sciences, and then very, very, very strong programs in fine arts. This includes being ranked in the top 20 best college theater programs in the nation this past year, both for musical theater, technical theater, theater, and then also our theater arts performance, in addition to our music and art programs. At the end of the day, what experiential education and engaged learning is going to give to you is the opportunity to have a job after graduation or get into graduate school. Is over 97% of our students entering Florida Southern College, including our transfer students, are gainfully employed or in public service or off in graduate school within a year after graduation. This includes success stories like an Annabelle Rosenthal and the white coat that's pictured there, now actually on a 60% scholarship to Florida State University in their College of Medicine after transferring and only completing 2 years at Florida Southern College and a bachelor's degree in biology, or a 3-year graduate like Paige Ketter at Penn State College of Medicine, or maybe your dream is to work at the Walt Disney World Resort right down the road out of our business and management program like Joey Ortega did. We guarantee internships for students that is sometimes required for our majors, and over 60% of our students get paid for their internships, and those paid internships are leading to a job in that same location that they did an internship with. We guarantee housing, likewise, at Florida Southern for our transfer students. You'll never have to worry about that on our campus, as we have a lot of different residential options to students, over 100 different clubs, organizations, and activities to get involved in. I want to share we have Division II athletics at Florida Southern College, home of the Mock. So if you're interested in that, recruitment also handled by our coaches. As a transfer student, if you're looking to apply to Florida Southern College, it is free. We do not charge an application fee. Save that for another school you may be using. We're on the Common application, the Coalition application, or we have our FAST application at Florida Southern College as well. We are still accepting applications for the spring semester until December the 1st. We also accept applications up until June 1st, but really July 1st for the fall semester. And we are rolling admissions, so we will continuously accept applications as there is space available. At the same time as students reviewed for admission at Florida Southern College, we're going to review your college transcripts. We're going to look at that holistic GPA and overall cumulative GPA that you have for all schools you've attended. We can review applications with unofficial transcripts. We automatically consider students for scholarships. These range between $7,000 and $18,500 per year. In addition to that, we offer PTK scholarships. External scholarship opportunities encourage any student to file the FAFSA, as the financial aid average award for a transfer student at Florida Southern is over or just under $35,000 a year, and the average cost of attendance for a transfer student at Florida Southern is just over $11,000 a year, even as an out-of-state student, including tuition, fees, housing, meal plans, so all of your costs of attendance that's there, truly making us a top financial find. We are accepting visitors on campus. If you'd like to visit gorgeous, sunny Lakeland, Florida, if you're making your way down to Florida, we do tours Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. We also have what's called mock talk webinars if you're looking to learn more about academic opportunities.
Hey, thank you very much, Florida Southern, and thank you to all of our presenters this evening. So we do have a few minutes remaining. Attendees are encouraged to send any questions they may have through the Q&A feature. And for those attendees who may be watching this later, perhaps we can address a question or two ourselves right now. Perhaps you could address either what is a frequently asked question that you receive from transfer students that you'd like to bring up now, or maybe what is one thing you did not have a chance to cover in your presentation, whether that be an event, a tradition, a student organization, whatever it may be that you'd like to bring up with the attendees this evening. So why don't we go in the same order? So we'll start with University of South Carolina.
Thanks, Chris. I don't know if I have anything necessarily to add about the University of South Carolina, but just with the transferring process in general, like, don't hesitate to ask us questions. And I'm sure all of my colleagues here would agree, like, we genuinely love answering your questions. And you're probably not bothering us by asking us questions. So don't feel like you have to sit there, like, you know, in silence. If you're just dying to ask something, like, feel free to ask it. That's like the biggest piece of advice I can give to transfer students is ask that question.
Great, thank you. Birmingham Southern?
I would probably echo what Allison said about being sure to be in touch with your counselors through the process. We're happy to help in any way. And BSC is a great small school that is really easy to be part of the community. I transferred there myself, and so I can testify to that. But yeah, I'd love for you guys to come visit if possible.
Great, thank you. Mississippi State?
Yes, thank y'all. I would like to add that we do offer a bachelor's of applied science degree for transfer students. So if you did do a technical degree program at the community college, you can now transfer those technical courses into our university and choose from 30 different concentrations to further your education and get that undergraduate degree. Again, just to echo with the two previous presenters mentioned, that please reach out to us. It never hurts to ask. Even if you're in a financial bind and might need additional scholarships or special consideration, we are your point of contact, and we can't help you if we don't know to help you. So always reach out to us. And I would also advise you to go on multiple campus visits. Don't just go to one school, go to a few and compare and contrast the pros and cons of each school.
Great, thank you. Ohio University?
I would add to that, I would agree that I'm your point of contact like the other schools. Make sure to ask your questions. But the thing that I hear the most from students from the Southeast, especially from Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, North and South Carolina, and Florida, is that will I find people like me? Will I be welcomed? And the answer to that is yes. We are a campus of 16,000 students, but we have over 600 different clubs and organizations. And when I tell you, you will find your people. Rufus will find you. He's our mascot, but you will find your people at Ohio University.
Great, thank you. University of Southern Mississippi?
To agree to that as well. So our university is about 15,000 students strong, but our average class size is between 22 and 25 students. And in addition to that, there's a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio. So like I tell students all the time, the university is big enough for you to meet a new friend walking across campus, but also small enough to see your friends walking across campus as well. And so one thing that students really love about this university is that, like I can echo everyone else, when they come to campus to visit, that's when they feel that feeling, that it feels like home. And so I would encourage you guys to take a campus visit, do multiple campus visits, and just find your fit. And hopefully your fit is at USM. Not that I'm biased or anything, but.
Great, thank you. Florida Southern?
I would echo everything that my peers had said here too. And one thing that I'll add is oftentimes you mentioned about point of contact, like I serve as the actual financial aid counselor and the initial transfer credit counselor for the students at Florida Southern College. So I really like to call myself a one-stop shop for students. And one other piece of advice that I would really share is take a look at the actual transfer specific websites at the colleges and universities that you're interested in. They have a plethora of information. Like I could share for you our transfer page at Florida Southern College, which is flsouthern.edu/transfer, has the contact information for myself. If you want to set up a virtual meeting, you want to set up a virtual visit on your own, check out some videos on programs, or just kind of take a look and see what's offered. Is this going to really give you a good fit for me based on the organization of the page? I think sometimes you get a good feel and a fit just by taking a look at those transfer student websites. How oriented is the college or university to a transfer student? That's a great guide to take a look at.
Great, thank you very much. And thank you to all of our panelists this evening for your presentations and additional insights. We want to thank you to our attendees for joining us as well. Before we end this session, just a very quick few housekeeping items. When you close your window, you will receive a very quick 4-question survey that we ask that you take a minute and complete. And again, just a reminder to go ahead and sign up for more sessions at the same website where you signed up for this evening's session. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same website. But again, thank you very much to all of our panelists. Thank you to our students. Good luck in your college search and have a great evening.